What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fatman Gaming Podcast. This is episode 20. Um, and we are just rolling them out now. This is number 20. This will be the last episode for December. I am giving the guys a much needed break. So we'll probably be back sometime early July, giving the guys a little vacation so they can recoup from Christmas and all that good stuff going on. Um, so yeah, this is episode 20. We don't normally do this here on the Gamecast side of things. This is really a chillcast side of things, but Z's got some WWE stuff that he's just itching to get out, and we're a little behind on that. And then Chillcast was pre-recorded, so we'll be recording that, or actually we'll be uploading that on Christmas, and then the vacation starts for us for a little bit. So I have some stuff pre-recorded that'll go up, and the guys will have access to the channel. So if they want to throw some stuff on there, they will. So just wait and see what comes up on the channel till then. Um, but yeah, Z's going to start off with the WWE news. But before we do that, introductions as always. I am the Fat Man here at the Fat Man Gaming. To my side is Mr. Blue Sky himself. And down below us, as always, is Z. Tons of fun. Um, so yeah, the introductions out of the way. Welcome to episode 20. And then yeah, let's get this going. So Z, take it away.
So, in terms of, there is a lot to cover. Some recent news stories, as well as covering my usual the Raw and SmackDown from the past week. In this case, past 2 weeks. So starting with that, the Raw from December 11th. I'm just gonna shoot through this. The first match of the night was Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso. He got an A-. Drew McIntyre won the match, solidifying his heel persona. It's getting better. He's getting better with it. He's pretty much just bitching and complaining that he never got an apology from Jey Uso when he came on to Raw, and saying that everyone's getting in his way. He's just solidifying that heel turn. Next match was Rhea Ripley versus Maxine Dupree. That was a C+ match. Surprisingly, Raw doesn't really do well with women's matches, so it's usually in the C and D category for them.
Sorry to interrupt.
Rhea Ripley won that match.
Sorry to interrupt real quick, but have you seen it's called WoW, the Women of Wrestling? Have you watched that at all?
No.
It's incredible. Like if there was ever a wrestling league where the women are, and this is strictly women wrestling only, and the talent they have there is incredible. If any wrestling fans out there like to see that the women get their due, I'd recommend WoW. The women on there are incredible. Some of the best wrestlers ever. They honestly put the WWE and what's the other one? Tony Khan's league.
AEW, which I will start covering news from them.
Yeah, it puts WWE and AEW to shame. The women in WoW are just incredible, and also, CM Punk's wife is an announcer over there.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of CM Punk, the next segment of that Raw was CM Punk's decision. This was to decide whether or not what brand he signs to.
By the way, it was crazy. Didn't mean to cut him, but I had to say it was crazy.
It was. So CM Punk pretty much apologized for his past behavior, and then he chose to sign to Monday Night Raw.
But why?
Boo, that's lame.
Once he signed the contract, he was interrupted by Seth Rollins. Seth grabbed the mic, and in summary, he was talking shit on Punk, calling him a fraud and how this nice guy Punk is just a facade, saying he's gonna do anything to protect his home. He told Punk not to call it his home, pretty much, saying that he hadn't been there for over 10 years. He left the company in disdain and a rude way, and so Seth was just trying to protect it.
Mm-hmm.
Punk would then officially announce that he is entering the Royal Rumble, and setting up a possible challenge for Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 40 if they decide to make Punk win the Rumble. So that would be a great match. The next match of that night of that week was Bronson Reed and Ivar, two behemoths.
So something I wanted to cut in and say is you should. I don't know if this was the previous one. You should talk about that conversation between Rhea Ripley and Randy Orton. Was it Randy Orton or was it Punk?
That was another week ago.
Oh, did you already talk about it?
Yeah.
All right, my bad.
Yeah. You're good. Bronson Reed won that match. It was an A- match. By the way, CM Punk's decision, that was an A+ I gave it. The next match was Kaden Carter and Katana Chance versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Carter and Chance, as I'm gonna call them, won that match again, C-. And then we had a 6-man tag team match. It was Imperium, which is Gunther, Giovanni, and Ludwig Kaiser, taking on DIY with a mystery partner, which we came to find out was none other than the A-lister himself, The Miz. And trust me, if you're confused about why those two were teaming with The Miz, someone they have a bad history with, I was just as confused as you. However, DIY with The Miz won the match, and it was such a spectacular match that for the first time in my history of starting this, Monday Night Raw finally got an S tier grade on a match, and that was the match. That match was just amazing beginning to end. The spots were amazing. Those three have really great chemistry as a team. And if The Miz can work it into himself and creative allows it, I say they should form a trio team.
That'd be insane.
The three of them together would be unstoppable. With The Miz's veteran knowledge of the ring and in wrestling, and then Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano's in-ring abilities, they would be an unstoppable force.
Until John Cena and The Rock show up on the Heroes team, it's game over.
They're done.
What about Dwayne?
So, to get to the main event of that night, we had Cody Rhodes versus Shinsuke Nakamura. That match ended with Cody Rhodes winning, but not cleanly. Cody Rhodes won via disqualification because Shinsuke Nakamura used a mist right in front of the ref. Doing so, Shinsuke lost the match. Cody won DQ. It was an A+ match.
So, did he win because he accidentally hit the ref with it, or what happened?
No, he hit Cody with it, but the ref was looking. The mist is technically illegal unless the match is a no DQ or the ref just isn't looking when it happens. If the ref is blind during the time or is down, just some way where the ref isn't seeing it, completely legal. If the ref didn't see it, it never happened.
Until they replay it.
Once the ref's decision is made, it's final. Going on to that week's SmackDown on December 15th. Monday Night Raw for that week was an A+, along with SmackDown.
Damn, somebody's got a beast engine out there. I could hear that.
Oh yeah. I also realized, wait, isn't Shinsuke Nakamura supposed to be a ninja? He's a bad ninja if he got caught. He ain't sneaky at all.
No, he's actually Japanese.
Oh, but wasn't that his whole stick?
Nah, his stick is the King of Strong style.
Oh, so I must be getting confused with the other one.
Probably. December 15th, SmackDown was an A+. Roman Reigns started off the show. He claimed he was a fair tribal chief and that it was promotion season. In doing so, Jimmy thought he was going to be promoted in the ranks of the Bloodline. However, Solo Sikoa was promoted, and Roman claimed that he was next in line to be the tribal chief, which could be hinting at when Roman goes on hiatus after WrestleMania 40. Solo will be the one stepping up. It wouldn't last long as Randy Orton came out interrupting them. Randy pretty much said he's gunning for Reigns, challenging him to a championship match at the Royal Rumble. That won't go through, as you'll find out in a bit. Roman denied him at first, but Randy clapped back at Roman, stating that maybe Roman is right about him, but calling him a legend. Randy called Roman a legend. But then Randy said while he's evolved, he will always be a legend killer. So he's pretty much trying to set up a match between him and Roman. And Randy's going to set out to do what he does best. And that's end a legend's career. He tried to hit an RKO on Roman, but Roman countered, but was scared by that. He was backed up against the ropes. He said, Randy then told Reigns that the voices are telling him that Roman crapped his pants before saying, once again, I'm guessing his new iconic phrase, Daddy's back. I don't know why. It was a short SmackDown that week. Only 1, 2, 3, 4 matches. The first match of the night was actually the first round United States Championship Contenders Tournament match. It was Carmelo Hayes versus Grayson Waller. Carmelo Hayes coming up from NXT, handpicked by Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. Carmelo won. His talents in the ring actually surprised me. He's a jack of all trades. He flies around the ring, and his finisher is just a crazy combo. More about that later. That was an A match. The next one was Kevin Owens versus Austin Theory. Again, it was another first round United States Championship match. That was Kevin Owens versus Austin Theory. Kevin Owens won that match, albeit kind of cheating, but not at the same time. His arm was in a brace because of the previous week where Austin Theory stepped on it on the steel stairs, causing a slight injury. However, in the wrestling world, a cast can be legal as a weapon if you are still cleared for in-ring action. So, technically, while he used it to knock out Theory, it was a clean win. Kevin Owens won. It was a B+ match, though. Next was a tag team match. It was the return of the Kabuki Warriors versus Zelina Vega and Michin. That was a B-. It was an all-around great match. It wasn't that bad of a match. SmackDown knows how to deal with the women wrestlers better than Raw does. Again, I say it's mainly due to time constraints. Raw is 3 hours, whereas SmackDown is 2 hours. I figure if Raw goes down to 2 hours, it might improve. Then you had the main event, which was Randy Orton versus Jimmy Uso. Randy Orton won with the help of LA Knight because Solo Sikoa came out and tried to disqualify the match, but was taken up by LA Knight. That was an A+, so SmackDown for that week got an A+. Moving on to this past week's Monday Night Raw, December 18th. These ones were holiday editions. You had a Miracle on 34th Street fight between R-Truth and JD McDonough. However, a funny stipulation was thrown into this match. The loser had to leave the Judgment Day. The bit that's been going on since R-Truth's return is that R-Truth believes himself to be in the Judgment Day. It makes for real... Even Blue finds it funny. Like, R-Truth just brings a level of comedicness that WWE needs. We both agreed on this one. This was an S-tier match. It was super hilarious. R-Truth won. So, on technicality, JD McDonough has to leave the Judgment Day. However, later in the night, Rhea Ripley butts in and denies that. So,
he won the match fair and square. Come on, man.
Yeah, but Judgment Day be Judgment Day. So JD is still part of Judgment Day. The next match was an Intercontinental title match. Was a stipulation, if The Miz loses, he cannot challenge Gunther as long as Gunther is the champion. Unfortunately, while Miz put up a decent fight, in the end, Gunther still came out on top. It was an A+ match. Then you had a women's tag team championship match. You had Chance and Carter taking on Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. This match threw me back and forth, as those two, I did not like the current champions at that time. Of Piper Niven and Chelsea Green, they were just horrible people. Their in-ring abilities need work, as well as their mic skills. So I was really rooting for a new women's tag team, and we got that with Chance and Carter now being the new women's tag team champions. Then we had interesting backstage segment with the general manager of Monday Night Raw, Adam Pearce, and Akira Tozawa, where Akira Tozawa wanted to have a match, and he got a match. However, we come to find out that his opponent that Tozawa chose was Ivar of the Viking Raiders, and for those of you that don't know, Ivar is as big as me, but a bit taller. Yeah, he's a big guy. It was an A- match, actually. Ivar won, but Akira Tozawa really put up a decent fight. Like, me and Blue were surprised at how this little guy was keeping up with a big guy like Ivar.
He was just messing with him, though. Like,
Yeah.
It wasn't even... It was kind of bogus. It was like... It looked like a kid playing with a Christmas toy. Let me put it like that.
Yeah. Then we had Jey Uso versus Ludwig Kaiser of Imperium. That was a B+ match, honestly. Jey Uso won, but it just really wasn't that interesting. Then we had the main event for Monday Night Raw was the Undisputed Tag Team Championship match between the Creed Brothers and the Judgment Day. That got an A, and the winner, of course, was Judgment Day. I don't see them dropping their titles anytime soon. Honestly, with the way things have been going, them winning back-to-back, I think they might hold them until Mania and then drop them again. Because the last time the tag team titles were on WrestleMania, like it was a high number of views when they main evented with the tag team titles at WrestleMania. Getting to SmackDown, I just recently watched this one, so it's all fresh in my head. We had another holiday edition of SmackDown. We started off with Holiday Havoc, an 8-woman tag match between this was between Damage Control and the team of Bianca, Shotzi, Michin, and Zelina Vega. It was a hectic match from start to finish. Bodies flying everywhere, weapons being used, presents being used. In the end, Bianca's team won, obviously. That was an A-. It was actually a really good match. Let's see. The next match was for the NXT North American Championship. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's SmackDown. Why is the NXT title being thrown in? Don't ask me, ask them. We had Dragon Lee versus Butch of the Brawling Brutes. Dragon Lee won. It was an A match. Let's see. Then we had the semifinals for the U.S. Championship Contenders Tournament. It was Kevin Owens versus Carmelo Hayes. Even though Carmelo Hayes put up a decent fight, Kevin Owens still came out on top. And it was an A+. The next match was, again, semifinals for the U.S. Championship Contenders match between Bobby Lashley and Santos Escobar. Now, I knew who was going to win this match because I know who they're pining to win the U.S. title from Logan Paul. I knew who they want to have win. However, I didn't expect him to win like this. Santos Escobar won, and I'll tell you how he won in a second because it was actually pretty good. That was an A-. It actually got bumped up from a B to an A- because of how Santos won. The main event of that night was AJ Styles versus Solo Sikoa. AJ Styles won because of a disqualification. Roman Reigns actually came out and attacked AJ Styles, causing Randy Orton and then LA Knight to come out and try to help the situation before all three of those men broke out into a fight. And that actually brings me to all the news I have. So starting with WWE news, Liv Morgan was arrested in Florida for possession of marijuana. Her court date is set for Monday, February 12th, 2024. Liv Morgan will be returning, though, I'm guessing after her court date, and it's depicted that she will be a part of a major storyline despite her recent arrest. Apparently, that has not changed anything with WWE and how they plan to use Liv Morgan. Charlotte Flair, unfortunately, is expected to miss out 9 months of wrestling following an injury on a past SmackDown. It was confirmed that Cody Rhodes has re-signed with WWE once again. This happened back in October, but it's just not coming to light. WWE hosted a kind of a survey kind of deal, tournament thingy on their YouTube for Match of the Year. The winner of Match of the Year was Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39. And Booker T claims that it's possible that it's a done deal for Sasha Banks to return in 2024. That's what Booker T claims.
Oh God, no! Please, no! I can't deal with that.
In general wrestling news, Ric Flair states that he is never going to wrestle again, but will continue to work in wrestling.
At 900 years old, I would think that'd be a bad idea.
Ric Flair also stated that MJF could be the next Randy Orton.
Bullshit. MJF sucks. Everything about that man is trash.
Some extra notes from SmackDown. Nick Aldis has flexed his power as general manager directly to Roman Reigns' face. Roman Reigns had called him into the Bloodline's locker room to talk about why he's setting up these matches for the Bloodline and not running it through Reigns first, like Adam Pearce used to do. And Nick Aldis pretty much stated that he's the sharp end of the stick. He's where the buck ends, not Roman. So he is not backing down in Roman's face. That really did not sit well with Roman. Roman had a look on his face like pure shock and disgust at the same time. Like, he doesn't know who the hell this man is and why he's talking to him like this. This GM wasn't a favorite of mine to begin with, but he's starting to grow me, especially since he's not taking Roman's shit and he's standing up to Roman.
That's cool.
Yep. Karrion Kross has also dropped some teasers on some new lackeys joining him. Could mean a potential storyline with the Bloodline coming up, another Bloodline implosion as we get closer to WrestleMania 40. And all I have to say is, I think I know who it is. Most people think they know who it is. I'm hoping we're right on this. But it looks like the authors of Pain could be making a WWE return after leaving the company and being at AEW for a while. But they haven't been seen on AEW in a while. Their contracts, I believe, were expired, had expired months ago, and WWE re-signed them. No one knows anything for sure, but it's being kept secret at this point. But I'm hoping it's authors of Pain because they were really good in WWE. Now, to tell you how Santos Escobar won his match. 2 masked luchadors came out and took out the Street Profits, distracting Bobby Lashley enough for Santos Escobar to get the win by holding the tights. And these 2 luchadors were returning Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. these two wrestlers are Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza are really good Latinx, as people like to be called now, uh, wrestlers. You know, really good high flyers. They're really good looking too. Like their whole previous shtick was they go up to a random fan and kiss them. They had a kiss cam and everything. They are really good looking. I'll give them that. And so now to get into next week. Next chillcast that if we were to do one, but like my cousin said, we're not gonna be doing them. So I'll just let you guys know, the next week's wrestling there will be none. There will be no updates from me. Simply due to the fact that not next week's, but this week's, there will be no wrestling updates for me, as WWE themselves are taking this week off, and the wrestlers have this week off. So it will be a special showing of Best of 2023 for wrestling, for Raw and SmackDown. Probably also for NXT. It's all going to be just a Best of 2023. So, again, no wrestling this week. No updates will be coming from me. But the week after, next week, will be a special showing, as Raw will be airing their Day 1 premium live event, kind of, but it's on live TV. It's free. And SmackDown will also have its own version. And Trake, Fatman, I think you will recognize the name of this one. You probably remember a pay-per-view that was labeled New Year's Revolution.
Yeah, that was.
So SmackDown.
It started out
next.
It started out as a WCW pay-per-view.
Yeah, so WWE is bringing it back, and it will be next week's SmackDown. They're doing it as a house show, pretty much. And that will be next week's Raw and SmackDown. Again, no wrestling this week. They're taking it off. And starting next year as well, I will start to cover AEW. In terms of their matches and in terms of any news I get from AEW, I will start covering those next year as well, so we have more than just Raw and SmackDown.
Alright.
And that's it.
Okay, cool. Alright, all that stuff out of the way.
Oh,
Sure.
you're still muted if you...
No,
No, he's not muted.
I'm good.
Oh, my headset must have died. Ooh.
Moving on to the next thing, getting into some gaming news. Epic Games is giving away free goodies right now. So if you guys have Epic Games, I advise you to go claim this. Yesterday they gave out a copy of Fallout 3. I did not know that. Wish I would have known, because I would have grabbed it. Today they are giving out Ghostwire Tokyo. It's a free grab on Epic Games. Ghostwire Tokyo was a really good game. It was one of those things where you use the Japanese, I call it Japanese magic. And it was a really good game. I didn't buy it. I definitely recommend you guys checking it out. And it's free, so why not? Then moving on, some other news that I found interesting. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero file size has leaked.
Ooh, how big?
And my monitor did. Let's see. Alright. Use my phone. Sparking Zero's file size has leaked, and it's quite hefty. Pulling this off of Game Rant. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is the fourth mainline console entry in the Budokai Tenkaichi series, and the fans were impressed by the game's first trailer. The game will be released on next-gen consoles and PC, and running on the Unreal Engine 5, which is incredible, allowing for impressive graphical detail, seemingly making it for a hefty download. The leak that's been revealed is for Xbox Series X and S. So those of you with the PS5, don't worry, because PS5 has a good way of shrinking things down. the leak comes in at 77.88 gigabytes. That is a big chungus of a file for Dragon Ball. But a lot of the people are speculating in that being because they're either going to have a super heavy roster or the maps are going to be super heavy. They might have multiple maps. So it's pretty good. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there because that got me excited. So I know generally people aren't excited about big hard drive space take up, but for me, Dragon Ball being almost 80 gigs is a good thing. Um, so yeah, just moving on from that. Then let's see, we got oh, we have the 15 best games of 2023. I wanted to go over this real quick because I thought this list was pretty cool. Um, so at 15 we have Final Fantasy 16, and I was like, okay, yeah, I get it. Honestly, like Final Fantasy 16 is game of the year for some people. Um, so yeah, that was interesting. But speaking of game of the year, we will be doing our game of the year when we come back from break. So that way you guys have time to like super think about your game of the year personally, and then yeah, we'll be doing that when we come back. At number 14 with Starfield, which doesn't surprise me because Starfield was either hit or miss for some people. So, um, I don't know. Did you guys try Starfield at all?
Nah, not really.
Starfield, I think I played a little bit of it.
Yeah, I played. What'd you think, Blue?
Let me make sure it's the same game we're talking about. It's the one that looks like Terraria, or
I
is
don't.
it the other one?
Starfield is like Elder Scrolls in space.
Oh no, I haven't played that one
Okay.
yet.
It's like Elder Scrolls and No Man's Sky. It's on Game Pass if you guys want to check it out. I played 14 hours of it and stopped. I couldn't do it. It's too nerdy for me. It's too RPG. It's too RPG in the wrong way for me. So I just didn't like it. Coming in at 13, we got Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Um, not as good as the first one, but a good game. Progressed the story the way that I wanted it to. At 12, we got Super Mario Wonder, which is weird because I feel like Super Mario should always be down near the top three of any list. Um, so yeah, that was weird. At 11, we got Cocoon, really good indie game. I recommend anybody going to try that. Definitely worth a play. At 10, we got Dredge. Dredge, I didn't play. I heard good things, so it'd be interesting to try that out. Um, I'm out of here. Um, let's see, what is that? 9, we got Dave the Diver. Dave the Diver was fun. That game had no business being that good. 8, we have Sea of Stars, really good RPG. If you're into RPGs like Chrono Trigger, early Final Fantasies and all that, I recommend going and trying this out. It's free on Game Pass right now. Uh, and I think it's on PS Plus too. So if you guys have those, I'd recommend grabbing them quick. Um, the Marking of Karateka, I didn't play this one. I heard that was pretty good. Baldur's Gate 3, I tried it. It's way too goddamn nerdy. I respect those that like it, but I'm not into furry simulators and heavy D&D stuff. So it wasn't for me. And you people that are into that furry stuff, shame on you. Uh, just kidding. Fire Emblem Engage. Um, I played a little bit of it. It was okay. I'm not big on Fire Emblem. Then Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, that's a no-brainer. And then Spider-Man 2 coming in. Alan Wake 2 is the best game of the year according to the Sydney Morning Herald. Um, I'd agree that it's. I wouldn't say Alan Wake 2. I would say Spider-Man, but that's just. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to throw those top 15 games of 2023 out there before we get into the main bit of everything.
Alrighty.
But yeah, anything on the list you guys play or did you like?
I heard Breath of the Wild you were talking about a little bit, or Tears of the
Yeah,
Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom.
I'm hyped to see what comes with that. I don't have a Switch right
Oh,
now, but once I get a Switch, I'm gonna get that and Breath of the Wild, and then Mario Kart and Smash. Those are my main games.
Yeah, I have a Switch Lite that you guys are more than welcome to have.
I'd be absolutely down. I also
yes.
wait. So the funny thing about that is I have a family plan running right now too,
Oh
and we
yeah.
paid for it literally, and then the day after my cat sprayed on my Switch.
Oh,
So I had it set up for a year, so I just haven't been able to use it.
yeah, I have a Switch Lite
Um,
that you guys can have, but it's gonna need new grips. So you probably have to get new grips on the thumb pads.
I should have Joy-Con somewhere.
Oh, this is the one that it's the non-dock one. It's handheld only. That's what the Switch Lite is.
Alright.
Yeah.
Because I have a Pro controller, so.
Oh yeah, you can still use controllers on it, but yeah, it's literally just handheld only.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
You can
Better
use
than nothing.
You can hook up an external monitor to it though.
so I just want to bring up real quick some news, something I just found. I'm scrolling through my news feed to see if I can find anything gaming related.
Mhm.
I didn't know this was in the works, but apparently Fallout is making a new game.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's been discussed.
London.
It's not official yet. That's all just speculation and rumor. But that's not coming for multiple years because Bethesda is working on. They just finished Starfield, and now they're working on Dragon Age, or whichever. Or no, it's Elder Scrolls. Yeah, you won't see Fallout for at least 10 years.
Probably, sadly.
Yeah, because Elder Scrolls is the next game coming out for them.
I know that's going to be sick, but I also
Yeah.
know that the new Fallout is going to be amazing.
Yeah, well, they got the Fallout show coming out soon too.
Oh yeah, they're probably going to take a lot of feedback from that show to
Yeah.
make the next game.
So moving on to the main topic, we're running at 37 minutes, so we're running in quick. And the main topic of the show is Insomniac game. I'm sure that you guys have heard by now that they were hacked. Major hack. We briefed on it once, but the details. So Sony and Insomniac did not pay the ransom of the ransomware, and the hackers released all the information. I wasn't gonna cover this, but everybody else already has, so I figured, what the hell, might as well be the bad guy too. I have seen a lot of controversy around the leaks. We're a newer channel, so we've never actually said that we were not gonna do this kind of stuff. Kind of Funny's been getting hit hard. I don't know if you guys know who Kind of Funny is. It's a YouTube channel I used to watch. I don't watch them anymore just because I didn't feel welcomed in that community, so I stepped away from them. But they been getting beat up pretty bad lately. Specifically, Greg Miller from Kind of Funny, because they say that they weren't going to talk about the leaks, this, but then they've talked about leaks, but other videos pertaining to Xbox and so on and so forth. So it makes them look one-sided in this argument, and then also Greg Miller and uh, Blessing Adeyoye Jr. from Kind of Funny are both technically in Spider-Man, as shirtless Spider-Man and shirtless Miles Morales. So you could see why they wouldn't want to cover leaks when they have a hand in the. So, anyways, we have never said that we won't copy leaks. I mean, that we won't cover leaks. Obviously, I'm saying here from the time forward, we will talk about leaks. They happen. Everybody else is doing it, so why not us? I have no affinity towards these companies, um, so we have no bread in the basket. Anyways, moving forward, uh, Insomniacs. I mean, it was bad. They from leaked details of future games, leaked details of the roadmap for Spider-Man 2, employee information getting out, including Spider-Man himself, Yuri Lowenthal. his personal information out there. One guy's passport is out there just hanging around for
Oh
everybody.
no.
Yeah, it's bad. This comes in the wave, or this comes from timesofindia.com. Days after the hackers, Resita ransomware group published a trove of internal documents they stole from the hacking incident earlier this year. Insomniac Games has released a message for the community. Uh, the data that was leaked, the group leaked 1.67 terabytes, more than 1.3 million files leaked on the site. Um, let's see, it's one of the biggest hacks in the industry since Grand Theft Auto 6. The leaked documents were like we have gone over. They were employee information, roadmaps for the games, and all. So hold on one second. Sorry about that, guys. So Insomniac did put out a statement. It says, we'll read the statement now. It says, "Thank you for thank you for the outpouring and compassion and unwavering support. It's deeply appreciated. We're both saddened and angered about the recent criminal cyber attack on our studio and the irrational toll it's taking on the dev team. We are focused inwardly for the last several days to support each other. We are aware the stolen data includes personal information belonging to our employees, former employees, and independent contractors. That sucks. It also includes early development details about Marvel's Wolverine for the PlayStation 5. We continue working quickly to determine the data that was impacted. This experience has been extremely distressing for us all. We want everyone to enjoy the games we develop as intended and as our players deserve. However, like Logan, Insomniac is resilient. Marvel's Wolverine continues as planned. The game is in early production and will no doubt greatly evolve throughout development, as we do with all of our plans. We appreciate everyone's enthusiasm. We will share official information after Marvel's Wolverine when the time is right. On behalf of everyone at Insomniac, thank you for your ongoing support during this challenging time. Insomniac Games. Um, yeah, that sucks, man. Um, Everything has gotten out. I do have details of everything that has come out and leaked. I have the list here. We'll go over the list, and then we'll each go over how we feel about the situation. So, the leaks for Wolverine. Wolverine is officially a 2026 game, according to these documents, which sucks because that's so far away. Um, let's see. So from that leak was concept art, gameplay footage, animation, test footage, cast, build leak, roadmap, leaked cutscenes, a lot of them. Internal PC build. I actually do have that build on my computer right now, so I have technically been Wolverine. Felt dirty doing it, so I deleted it. Um, let's see. Game PowerPoint presentation, design presentation, bar fight production, motion capture footage, bosses, abilities, side content, story, traversal, and more. Uh, Madripoor vertical slice, 25 minutes of cutscenes. Madripoor is a made-up city in Marvel Universe where Wolverine and a couple other people hide.
So something I really wanted to chime in and say
No,
is
go ahead.
like, if they were gonna hack it, like I'm just saying, wouldn't it have made more sense to do it right when the game's about to be released, like when they've actually done all the work?
You would think
'Cause then
so. I mean, it's shitty that they did it in the first place, but man, they went above and beyond on this hack.
because they didn't really get anything valuable other than people's information that like most people probably aren't gonna care about, you know?
Right. Um. So next, the next set of batch of leaks was Insomniac slash PlayStation. God, I can't speak. Studios internal info. Insomniac extended roadmap on games. All future Insomniac projects. That sucks. Um. Insomniac budget slash revenue. PlayStation Studios. Steam sales. Um. Gorilla overview. Internal slides in gaming industry. Bluepoint overview. Bluepoint's next game concept art. I might take a look at that because I'm interested in what Blueprint's doing. Um, Venom game. Oh gosh. Um, I I feel bad talking about this stuff, but like I said, everyone else is doing it, so we're gonna do it. Um, Venom Lethal Protector game was leaked, so there is a Venom game coming out. It's slated to release 2025. They have the Venom game overview that leaked, and then Venom Pigeon, whatever that means.
Something I wanted to also chime in and say about, like, I realized if they're gonna choose to hack some, why hack Marvel? They said they're gonna come out with 6 movies in 1 year, and that didn't happen.
Yeah, I know. Um, After that, the next game from Insomniac is leaked. It's Ratchet and Clank, due out 2029. Concept art, dev build, and script are all out. Then we got the last one was, or no, not the last one, second to last. Spider-Man 2 DLC, Spider-Man 2 Game Plus and trophies. Spider-Man, that's Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 3 info, Spider-Man the Great Web, Spider-Man the Great Web concept art, Spider-Man the Great Web concept art 2.
So is Spider-Man 3 confirmed with
Yeah. And
with
from
what was his name again? Tobey Maguire, my bad. That's his, right? He's coming back for the third one?
No,
this is
this is the
gaming.
game. This is the game. It's Insomniac's
Oh,
Spider-Man
yeah.
game. Spider-Man 3, and in the leak it says Spider-Man 3 will cover both Peter Parker, Miles Morales, and Venom.
That's gonna be epic.
Yeah. And then the biggest leak of all, the Insomniac's final game on the docket for 2030 is X-Men. An X-Men game from Insomniac Games that gave me chills thinking about it.
And one thing I do gotta say about that is, well, now that this has all been leaked, and Sony and Insomniac have confirmed that they have made a deal with Marvel to exclusively have X-Men games in their reservoir. So it looks like so far any X-Men game that comes to light will be a Sony exclusive, just like Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think it was also confirmed that Spider-Man and Wolverine take place in the same universe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
The X-Men take place in the same universe too, so we can get a makeshift Avengers game from all of this if they really wanted.
Do you think? So, like, something I did want to say is, so is the voice actor for the Wolverine game? Is it gonna be Is it gonna be Hugh Jackman?
No.
No one knows.
No.
All right, because I heard Ryan Reynolds convinced him to come back for another movie, so I was like, he may as well, you know.
Oh, as far as the movies go, I don't know if it's gonna be Jackman or not. I mean.
Oh,
it's gonna be Jackman for the movies, but we're still talking about the games, Blue.
I know. I was asking because I was like, they might have the same voice actor.
No,
so
if
that's
anything, they'll probably get their own voice actor. They could get the guy who's been doing the cartoons, the animated Marvel shows.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
You know, thinking about it, now that they have the rights to X-Men exclusives, I know for a fact that everyone's favorite lovable Merc with the mouth will be getting his own game once again, but this time through Insomniac.
That's why I was.
They're X-Men because Deadpool is technically part of the X-Men.
That's why I was like saying about both of them too, because I'm like,
now
that is a
here's
good
where
idea.
they have a dilemma with that though. The original voice actor for Deadpool in the games and animated franchises is Christopher Nolan.
Nolan North.
Or Nolan North, yeah, my bad. Christopher Nolan's a different guy. Nolan North, and he is a phenomenal voice actor for Deadpool. But I want them to try to. I don't know if Ryan Reynolds would ever do it.
Oh, he would.
He probably would. I would not doubt that.
But how much he's gonna ask to be paid?
I don't think it's how much he's gonna ask. I think of what he's gonna ask. He has his own gin.
Oh yeah, because I like that when he goes into a role, he's like, I want this, this, and this, and they'll do it. He's like one of those, you know what I mean?
I just have a feeling that if they were to do that, his gin is gonna be plastered almost every single billboard that would be put in that game, and it's just gonna be an advertisement for his gin most of the time.
Yeah, that's.
However, I think they can work around this. I would actually like to see him get both Nolan North and Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds would be the main voice because
He's him. He's him.
However, in the comics and in the cartoons and in the game he had, there's always two other voices in his head that are talking.
And it could be him. Yeah.
So they can use Nolan North for the head voices and Ryan Reynolds as the main voice.
No, they'll never pay that Ryan Reynolds money. Like, it'd be nice, but they'll never pay Ryan Reynolds money. And Ryan Reynolds won't do that for what PlayStation or in them will pop out. But anyway,
you never know. It would be a nice. It would be nice,
yeah, but it'll never happen.
But something I wanted to say really quickly, my bad.
Liam McIntyre is Wolverine. In the Wolverine game, so he's a notable voice, and I mean honestly, the dude looks like Wolverine. So.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
okay, he should be the live action Wolverine. I'm sorry, but Hugh Jackman needs to go.
That's Wolverine if he had the Chad pill.
Wait, how tall is the guy?
He looks like Wolverine. I don't know anything about him other than I have heard that voice before. And then of course, the video game voice himself, Troy Baker, is in the Wolverine game. So this game is going to be incredible. The names that are in this, like, we're not going to go over the cast because we don't want to spoil it. I mean, if you guys want to know. You can find the leaks yourself, but the cast for this game is absolutely incredible. But yeah, I gave you Troy Baker and I gave you Wolverine's voice. That's all I'm giving you. Filthy animals, go look for yourself. But yeah, I mean, man, it just sucks. The main part of the whole thing is Yuri Leventhal is information's out there. There's a guy whose passport is out there just for everybody to go get a look at. Multiple other employees' information's out there. You know, the whole roadmap till 2030 is out there for Insomniac, and it kind of sucks because it comes down to that there's no more surprises in video games, and then E3 is now officially dead. It's like, and then they wonder why these people don't show up to the Game Awards and all this stuff. It's like, well, now they can't. I mean, I'm sure they could show up with like some gameplay footage and some other stuff, but really, the spoilers out there, the cat's out of the bag for Insomniac for at least the next 10 years. It's kind of sucks, you know? But yeah, man, I mean, so we'll start off with you, Z. What do you think about this whole leak as a whole? Like, how you feeling about
it? You know, it's not a rare occurrence for Sony to get hacked. You know, it's happened multiple times. At this point, when Sony gets hacked, it's not surprising anymore. Their security is just not good.
And this hack isn't as bad as, well, I mean, actually, I don't know. I put it right on side as the great PlayStation, the PS Plus hack, or the PlayStation
network hack.
Yeah, the PSN. I put this almost up there with the PSN hack because it's, yeah, the PSN being down for almost a month affected gamers as a whole, but hey, it's good to go touch grass every once in a while. But this is really, really bad because this puts people's well-being, not physically, but financially and stuff like that at risk now. Because, like, let's say, I mean, we don't know how much Yuri's information is out there or how much of these other employees' information is out there. And for all they know, now for all they know, they could be opening up a mortgage on a new house. They could be opening up a mortgage on, a lease on a new car, and it's not even them doing it. That's how scary this thing all is. You know, I feel for the Insomniac employees, though, all of them, the voice actors, anybody that was affected by this. I feel for you. If our our heartfelt sorries here from Batman Gaming, but yeah, moving on to you, Blue. What do you think about the hacks, and to make you feel for the?
So for the employees, I do feel absolutely terrible for them because having information given out, especially when people know that you have money, Because there's a big chance that you're gonna have also good credit if you do have a lot of money. There's some people who tend not to, and that's okay. But it's just really scary because, like what you're saying, they could open up a mortgage on a home or get a car, and they're they're just gonna be like the loan people are just gonna go after them. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah, what's the incentive of paying for something if it's not your name you're destroying, you know? Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it sucks. I feel bad for the employees. I feel bad for the companies. Well, I feel bad for Sony because man, this keeps happening to them. Um, and like we said, this is on par, if not worse, than the Great PSN hack. Um,
I do think they should figure out what the beef is. Like, why are they going after people in the company who are just coming to literally live? They're just coming to do their job so they can pay rent for their families. And then you go after all these people who are just trying to survive like the rest of us. You
and
know what I
it's
mean?
and the weird thing is too, they weren't asking for so much money. They were asking for $2 million or 50 Bitcoin, which is the equivalent of $2 million. And you would think, and I get it, you don't want to pay these guys because then that just gives incentive for the next guys to come and want to do something like this. There's always going to be that next man up. Also, like other podcasts and other people have been saying, if you pay these guys, then what's to guarantee them that they wouldn't just leak the information anyways? How do you know they don't have a backup
I have an
and
idea
all
for
that?
that.
So
You pay them, but then you hire them to protect you.
that's one way to look at it because these guys clearly know their way around that system now, and Sony's got to have a new security platform. They got to do better because I mean the hacking community is getting way better at doing this stuff. And I mean GTA 6 like 2 or 3 years ago, and everything that the hackers got out of that hack came 100% true from
Hmm.
the female antagonist, our protagonist. I mean, to everything. It was like 100% accurate that leak. But yeah, so I mean, it sucks. But we do know the roadmap for Insomniac now. It's Spider-Man 2 DLC on the way, Wolverine, um, a Venom game, Ratchet and Clank, and then they end in 2030 with piece of the X-Men. So exciting, absolutely exciting, and I can't wait to see what Insomniac does with those because we all know that Insomniac will do great things with those franchises, as proven with the Spider-Man franchise. Um, but yeah, so we are running at 57 minutes. So yeah, just closing in on an hour. So let's start to wrap things up. First of all, I would like to say happy holidays to my two podcast partners on here. It's Salem is missing, unfortunately. He's doing his thing. And we will be introducing a fifth member. He's a guy I met at a local store. We've chatted a few times. He's super knowledgeable about the games in the gaming and the gaming industry. He's an avid player of games. So shout out to Sprouts guy. I'm so sorry, dude. I forgot your name. So if you see this episode, we will be adding you in. If you're ready, just let me know. I have your phone number. You have mine. We'll text each other and get you on the show. Excited to get you on here. Um,
What type of games does he play, though?
all my man is he's on Xbox. He plays. I think it's just generally everything like us.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to get him in here and get someone else with vast knowledge like the rest of us have. Um, but yeah, I just want to thank you two for coming on. Blue, thank you. You've been a great addition to the show, to the podcast network as a whole. Thanks.
It's not for me. It's for literally. It's also for the people who are watching, but it's also I enjoy hanging out with you guys. That's literally all I'm doing right now.
And that's exactly it. And that's where it became less work, and it's just more of a hangout and fun times. So yeah, shout out to Salem and Blue for coming on, and Z. Me and Z start the channel, not knowing what we're doing, and now look at us. We've got production value. um,
And really quick, I just want to add, this if this video gets 500,000 likes, I will hit Blue with an RKO.
You can try.
You heard it here, guys. But yeah, so we just want to thank all of you guys for being here and watching us, giving us, we hit our subscriber goal for the year. For some, it's not much, but for us, it means a lot. We are standing still at 109 subs, guys. So, gained 2 subs this month. I mean, you gotta start small before you can hit big, right? Um, but yeah, so again, we just want to thank all of you for supporting us and helping us on the way. Big things are coming. The New Year's coming. The Fatman gaming channel is going to go under some maintenance. Um, the podcast will have different names to incorporate all of us, not just one person. The channel name will stay the same because that's the network of it all. But the podcast will have different names. We haven't quite decided on those yet. I think we came close, but we're still working on it because I do want Z and Blue's input on those too, since they are part of the founding group. Um, and then yeah, we're gonna be doing the things. I'm gonna talk to the boys about adding. Oh, no, never mind. We already have that show. Uh, but yeah, we're gonna be doing some of the things. The guys will have the keys to the kingdom too, so they can start uploading their stuff, and then you guys will get more content. We're trying to try to start revving this stuff out as much as we can. Um, so yeah, we are excited going forward. The new year is gonna bring things. Um, but anyways, as we do here, we do our outros. I am the Fat Man at the Fat Man Gaming, and I'd just like to say Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, and all the good things that you celebrate. And thanks for being part of the fam. Down below is Z, and then to my side is Mr. Blue Sky himself.
Merry Christmas.
And that's it for us in this episode, guys. This was a great episode. The leaked stuff, it's all so interesting and exciting. And again, we give our condolences to Insomniac and the employees and all those affected by the hack. We do feel fair. Um, but great things are ahead for you guys. So, one last time, guys, let's peace out before we say goodbye to the people, and then we'll see you guys in the new year. So, see y'all later.
See you later, everyone. Be safe and stay frosty.
See you next year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Chrysler.
Peace out, everyone.